Spanish lift. I'm an immaculate anomaly.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the two teams who met in Super Bowl 47. It's the Niners and the Ravens, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
Autumn has arrived in the mid-Atlantic region of the U.S., and it is a glorious afternoon at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
The drive will start with an option going left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch. Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now 2nd and 5. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it. Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Ravens first down. So quite a call there. They go on 4th and inches and wind up getting 5 yards. I don't know about you, but I'm going to give them a little bit of credit for fortitude there. 4th and inches, and they don't run the football. Normally you just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put it in the air, and it paid off. Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting? A lot of confidence there, though, because even if they overcommit, you just want to make sure you get the first down. You throw an incompletion on 4th down there, they're going to second-guess you the rest of the game. A very solid gain of 27. A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Henry. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup. Henry again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up. No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it? Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this time he is in. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Ravens post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line. Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And his task in this situation is making sure that his team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the second quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Purdy from the gun. They'll throw out wide, going to be incomplete. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here's Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Purdy. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On first down, this is McCaffrey.
Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. Oh, he shifts past him. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
It's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Purdy. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on 3rd down.
But it was satisfying up until that point.
Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call.
Ruling on the field is reversed.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Purdy sets up to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Mitchell. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
On 3rd down, it's Debo. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you, too, in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. it was Derrick Henry, as he normally does, making his impact felt in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Second down, here's Purdy to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Purdy. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they're not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll start with the option. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson.
A short throw caught by Andrews. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Second down and a yard. Jackson, option right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now a 3rd and 6. Now Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Henry up the middle. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep, and he's going to get this one down to the 30.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Tucker's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Out of the gun, Purdy. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. He's to the 15.
Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 75 yards.
And the Niners are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it, and we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Jake Moody now for the point after.
And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now here come the Ravens.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Jackson.
Down he goes. The 49ers get there. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4.
Jackson throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And Jackson throwing once more. Flush to his right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. That one into the hands of Flowers.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Jackson from the shotgun. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, here's Jackson. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. No gain, and it's second down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now Jackson on second down. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers
from 4 yards out.
And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From his end zone, here's Trent Taylor. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Completes it to Jennings. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath.
If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw. They'll find Ayuk open right side.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Purdy looking to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Purdy, big 4th down play. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So Purdy and the Niners down by 2 touchdowns. 1:47 on the clock. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Purdy to throw. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. Here's Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Now we'll pause here for an injury, and it's Deebo Samuel. He's the man in question right now who will need some attention. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Two timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. Here's Purdy to throw. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only do they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taylor now will return it. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Purdy.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
But now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. That's caught downfield by Kittle.
Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
Let's play. Let's play now, baby. Let's play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Purdy with one final shot here. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.